What's up, guys? It's Lugo back with Flex Appeal 66. Apologies for the shit quality today. I got a new phone and I was like, maybe I should record on it. I was recording it and I was like, dude, this looks good. Um, but I forgot that phone to PC stuff. If you don't upload directly from your phone, it kind of gets wonky and the quality kind of gets like lost in translation. That's my fault because it looked better on my phone, and I've tried to do it before where I just like directly transfer over, and it's so cursed. So I'm just gonna upload on my camera. The camera quality is just better anyway, but I got a little lazy and I just wanted to use my phone. But today's squats are pretty good. Had pause squats. Today was day 6 of week 11. Did a 3 by 6. Felt very strong and like in my quads. The pauses were really good. Didn't push them too soon, and I felt like my depth was very good. Like I'm actively hitting the depth that I need to, which is always nice because I've been working on cutting my depth because I feel like my entire uh, lifting career I've kind of squatted too low, and I think it's fine for like hypertrophy, but I feel like you end up losing some in weight and just technique unless you're a very quad dominant squatter, which I'm not. I'm very much like a low back hip squatter more than I am quads. So cutting depth for me will be very good, and so far it's been really good. And not only have I been cutting it, but like before, sometimes I would like forget how it feels. Oh shit! I did not cut that video. I would like forget how it feels, so maybe I would just go lower. But like the feeling for me is there for the depth. So I have a confidence that I can very easily replicate these squats across my training blocks as I start to stack them again. But overall, I'm very happy with my primary squats. A little bit weird feeling on like my belt squats because I feel like with like this first set, after a few reps, my hips just started shooting back really bad. And it's just because my quads were like fried, and I probably shouldn't have gone to the weight that I was going. I should have just stayed with 2 plates and a quarter on the belt squat. But I just like really wanted to push it for some reason, which is not always the best idea, especially after like primary squats. Actually, I think is this. I don't know which set this is. I think this might be the 35 297 or 277. I guess it's not that bad. Maybe I'm over exaggerating, but I just went down because I felt like I'm like struggling too hard on those, or at least it felt very hard. And I just did a quarter for the rest of my sets, but I think this is probably like the best squat training I've ever done. And I know I've squatted more and I've been stronger, but as far as like piecing together solid, you know, training for building my squat technique, this is probably the best it's ever been, which is kind of crazy because I've like I said I've been stronger and my body's been stronger, but I feel like for me squats were always like here and there, especially with technique, like I would forget and sometimes it would be really bad, but I'm feeling very confident as far as it goes with being able to build like not only a good squat technique but a very strong squat, and I think that when I max out, it'll definitely show. And I think a big part of that is adding in adductor work and having core work because I don't think I've ever had consistent adductor work in my program. I've only just relied on doing my squats for that, and it would kind of be like, okay, I'm very sore from squatting because my adductors were weak, but I never added in that direct work really ever. I think um, maybe when I started bodybuilding, like in 2021, and come to think of it, my squats were pretty good then too. but I wasn't like hard focused on barbell squats, and that's like probably the first time, and that was only for like 6 months or something, where I actually focused on having adductor work in, which ended up being very profitable for my squat. So like the adductor work and core work have been paying dividends as far as it goes, and my quads are just feeling overall very strong. Uh, Probably just due to the accessory selection. I definitely feel like those front squats definitely left me very sore for my last training session. They were pretty hard, and I'm genuinely surprised my core hasn't really been as sore, and I think that's just because I worked up to the frequency that I'm at, which is like 6 times a week doing core. I do core on every day that I train to some degree. On my bench days, it's obliques. Um, on my lower days, deadlift days, it's hanging leg raises, and on my squat day, one day is a crunch and the other one is a static, so planks. Um, and it definitely helps, especially warm ups. Like I don't do all my ab sets during warm ups because I feel like I don't want my core to be overactive and just like give out because I feel like it's not, maybe it's not that strong yet, or maybe I'm just like thinking too much into it, but I just didn't, I don't want it to give out and start to fail like during training. So I only do like 1 to 2 sets, maybe, unless it's like deadlifts where I do all my hanging leg raises sets as I do deadlifts. Because it just makes my back feel better, for sure. Like decompressing it and getting that work in. Um, here's one adductor set here. Oh, I think it's done. Yeah, overall solid day. Wow, you can see the meat hanging off my ham right here. Solid squat day. Feeling very good, very strong, confident, and lean. It's almost the end of this training week, so I'm gonna make sure it's a very good last day, deadlift day tomorrow. Um, but that's pretty much it, guys. If you enjoyed the video, consider leaving a like, a comment, or a subscribe. I'll see you tomorrow, and I apologize for the shitty quality and like rush video because I'm not very happy with this production. I will go back to my camera tomorrow. For just it just looks better. It transfers over better, and it's more convenient to just upload the files. So I apologize, but I'll see you guys tomorrow for that deadlift session.